Hi kids, I'm here today with my friend Dodger. Have you guys ever had trouble listening? Dodger, what about you? Have you ever had trouble listening? Dodger, I asked you a question. Have you ever had trouble listening?
Huh? Were you talking to me?
Yes, I was asking you if you've ever had trouble listening, but I think I already know the answer to that question. Were you getting distracted by that butterfly?
Oh yeah. I'm sorry, Miss Melissa. It's so easy to get distracted.
It is easy to get distracted, but it's very important to learn to be a good listener.
I try to be a good listener, but then my nose smells something and I have to just go investigate. There's just so many amazing smells around. I don't think your nose works as good as mine. Does it, Miss Melissa?
No, I'm sure that it doesn't. But I think my ears work a little bit better than yours.
What? Did you say something to me? I think I smell something over there.
Well, if you can turn your nose off for just a minute, we're going to tell a Bible story, and it's all about a boy who's learning to listen to God.
Ooh, he needed to learn to listen just like I need to learn to listen.
Exactly. Are you ready to listen to the story?
I turned my nose off and I'm ready.
Excellent. Our story starts off with a woman named Hannah. She and her husband were very sad because they couldn't have a baby. So Hannah prayed and asked God to give her a baby.
I bet God listened to Hannah because God knows how to listen way better than I do.
You're right. God does listen, but God didn't answer Hannah right away. Her husband tried to make her feel better. He said, "I'm sorry you don't have a baby, but I will always love you and take care of you."
That was nice. I like people to take care of me.
Yes, it was nice. But Hannah was still sad because she wanted a baby. One day, Hannah and her husband went to the temple. While they were at the temple, Hannah prayed to God again. She promised God that if he gave her a baby, then she would make sure that baby always served God.
There's nothing better than serving God, is there, Miss Melissa?
Serving God is the best. You're right, Dodger. So while Hannah was praying, a priest named Eli saw her and heard her prayer. He noticed that Hannah was crying. He went over to where Hannah was praying and told her, "God has heard your prayer. You're going to have a baby."
That's amazing. God heard her, and now she wouldn't have to wait for a baby. God was going to give it to her. Did she take the baby home that day?
No, silly Dodger. She had to wait for the baby to be born, and that takes 9 whole months.
Oh, I bet it was hard to wait. I don't like to wait. Do you, Miss Melissa?
No, waiting is really hard. You're right. But finally, the day came and the baby was born. Hannah named the baby Samuel. When Samuel was old enough, Hannah brought him to the temple so he could learn to follow and serve God. Do you remember that she promised that?
Oh, yeah. That's good that she kept her promise.
Yes. So Samuel lived at the temple with Eli the priest, and he learned how to serve God. But every year Hannah would come back and visit Samuel, and she would bring him a new coat that she had made for him each time she visited.
That's nice. So did Samuel learn how to serve God?
Yep, and God had special plans for Samuel.
How do you know that?
Well, because of what God did. One night while Samuel was fast asleep in his bed, he heard a voice calling his name. "Samuel! Samuel!"
Was Eli calling him? Did he need him to come and do something to serve God?
Samuel thought that's probably what Eli was doing. So he ran into where Eli was sleeping and he said, "Did you call for me?" But Eli hadn't called him. Eli sent him back to bed.
That's so weird. I wonder who was calling him. Did other people live at the temple?
No! So I'm sure Samuel was really confused. But he went back to bed. As soon as he lay down and closed his eyes, he heard the voice again. "Samuel! Samuel!" He knew he wasn't imagining it, so he went to Eli's room and said, "Eli, here I am."
But it wasn't Eli, was it? Maybe he was just dreaming.
It wasn't Eli, so Eli sent Samuel back to bed. This happened a third time, and Samuel went into Eli. Finally, Eli knew it must be God calling Samuel's name.
Wow, I wonder what God sounded like.
I don't know, but Eli told Samuel, the next time you hear that voice, answer it by saying, I'm here, Lord, I'm listening.
So Eli was telling Samuel how important it is to listen to God?
Yeah, so Samuel went back to bed, and the voice called out again, Samuel, Samuel. This time, Samuel answered and said, I'm here, Lord, I'm listening.
So did God tell Samuel things?
Yes, he did, and he kept telling Samuel things all through his whole life. Samuel was a devoted follower of God. He always listened to what God said and always did what God told him to do.
I want to be like Samuel. I want to listen to God for my whole life.
Me too. We can listen to God by reading our Bible. The Bible is the way God speaks to us today.
I don't know how to read, Miss Melissa. Do you think you could read the Bible to me? I want to listen to God.
Absolutely, Dodger. And we hope all of the kids out there are reading their Bibles or have somebody reading it to them. The Bible is the most important book that we can ever read.
Thanks for telling me a story from the Bible, Miss Melissa. Sorry I was having trouble listening earlier.
It's okay, Dodger. You were a great listener today. I hope all of you liked that story. We miss you here at church, but I hope you're having lots of fun at home. We'll see you next time.